from my page, so bear with me here. So first off, I guess I'll outline how I'm going to do this. I'm going to answer some of the questions that came up here, and then I'm going to go into a history lesson, which I already do, and then I'm going to close so that we can actually vote on this and move on. I do want to thank the senator from the heart of Clackamas County for his mathematics lessons on exactly why you should vote for this bill. Let me point out to you, the problem with mathematics is this issue of understanding the mathematical equation. I want to point to the bill and answer that question. The compact that is here goes into effect when 270 electoral votes from the various states are reached. It is not the vote count. Let me say that again. It's not the vote count that elects the president. So all those people in California, which I don't like either, sorry California, no disrespect, but I don't like California, don't go there anymore, but for all those people who vote for Bob or for Vern in the presidential election, trying to be nonpartisan here because there are 30 of us that are equal, their votes all count on both sides. It's not like they all go in one pot suddenly because you reach this mathematical standard. Thanks to the senator from the home of Crater Lake about pointing out the ills of parties. This is almost my favorite reply around here. And there were several other people who raised the issues of, you know, the ills of parties and you should go to a party vote. Okay, I've been in this chamber since 2005. There's a few of you not been around as long as I have, but the first thing you do is okay, let's send it to the people. Let's write the ballot title as yes is no, no is yes, and that way we'll be able to retain the power of the two political parties in the state of Oregon. Now each of us have 1/30 of the state, and in my district, the Republicans are in majority by about a couple hundred votes. The Democrats are behind, and the independents and the non-aligns dwarf us. So the ills of party politics, look at campaign finance. I know there's a good senator here very interested in that. Gee, parties kind of get involved in this and screw this thing up. So let's remember that we are the legislature. We're supposed to decide this. I do want to thank everybody, for the most part, of trying to avoid talking past each other on history, where one person picks this portion of history and goes this way and that way. And we have to remember and study history, which we're going to come back to. I do want to point out that one good senator raised a point. Even though we're voting on this today, it's probably several years away. And the second thing is it doesn't do away with the Electoral College. It doesn't vaporize into thin air and go away should, you know, our future children decide that we screwed this place up, which I talk about on the floor a lot. We screwed this place up. So I want to make sure everybody understands that. I also want to point out that, you know, this is a great American experience in a Republican form of government, okay? And an experiment. All the founding fathers said this is an experiment, and we have changed the experiment and we go forward. In fact, the state of Oregon corruption was so bad at the turn of the 19th century, so bad at the turn of the 19th century, we ended up with the 17th Amendment, and we're still fighting this. I'm still arguing about it. I'm going to vote yes or no on this Oregon and California resolution. Somebody want to figure out where that came from? Go study history where it came from. Corruption was so bad in the state that they decided across multiple states we should no longer have the legislature. That's us back then. I'm sure none of us are related. Should not appoint the United States Senator. So a lot of things have sort of changed there. I do want to correct the deal. This actually has been around 50 years, and I'm going to talk about it in my real close, so we cover that of where it came from. The little states, I just want to point out for all of you, are already overrun. Okay, Oregon doesn't matter under the present system, so this notion that the little states are going to be overrun, I kind of need to throw that out there. So now I'm going to go into what, because I've used about half my time, going to what I